In this video, I'm gonna share with you guys some professional auto detailing tips and tricks that will help you improve the level of service that you deliver to your customer. Now, let's get straight into it. What's going on? So glad you're here and welcome back to the Wilson Auto Detailing community. If you're a professional auto detailer who wants to become more successful and profitable in your business, or just a car enthusiast who wants to improve your detailing ability, then definitely consider hitting that big red subscribe button right below this video. So I'm out here on location right now detailing one of my maintenance vehicles in Nashville, and this is just like a small SUV Lexus, but I see this car about once a month, so I have all my stuff out here kind of ready to detail, and I'm just getting started. But I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about a few things in the detailing world that a lot of detailers miss and that will kind of level up your service and allow you to become kind of the guy who delivers value in your area. So as I'm detailing the interior of this car, there are a few areas that I wanted to point out to you guys because there's so many details when it comes to cars, so many different cracks, crevices, things that you might not ever even think about. And so here's the first one I want to point out. When you're detailing the interior of a car, not only are you having to detail all of this surface stuff, the vents and all these buttons here in the front part, but you have to detail this gear shift, and then you have down here where the gear shift can go into park, reverse, neutral, drive, all that sort of stuff. You have this part that's deep down inside here in most cars that you have to detail. It looks like the belt kind of like on a treadmill that you run on. And so you have to detail this out. So can I take one of my brushes from my interior detailing caddy and kind of get in here and try to knock all that stuff around? Absolutely. But then the next question becomes, when I move this down into drive or into low or whatever, all of this other part of this belt is exposed when I move this down, and so I can't see it right now, and the car's not on, and so I can't move this around. The only place I can go is from here to here. So I can clean this obvious part, but when my customer gets in the car, it looks all clean, this looks clean, then they go to drive it, and they put this down in drive, it exposes all this other underlying belt here that I did not get if I don't take the keys and put it into drive myself and clean all up in there. So once again, can you just leave that undone? Yes. Would most people probably expect you to leave that undone? Probably. But once again, this is another area where in the pro auto detailing world, you can deliver more value. Another area that I want to highlight is the cup holder. So you have the obvious part of the cup holder, and just by the by, just another complicated thing is normally cup holders have these kind of spacers in between them right here that separate each cup. And so a lot of people will try to clean around this, they kind of go crazy. Detailers who are beginning go crazy trying to get all these cracks and crevices, and they don't realize that this can actually just be removed. So I just go ahead and take these things out. But once again, you're detailing the inside of the cup holder, you detail the obvious parts, all that sort of stuff. But the cup holder has a cover that comes over right here. And so if you look closely and you close it halfway, you can actually look and see into this area behind the cover of the cup holder where there's a ton of crumbs, a ton of dust, a ton of dirt, grease, grime, especially when liquids are like spilled and things like that, that piles up actually behind the cup holder cover in this area, and you would not normally see that unless, once again, you're looking at the details. So it's easy to clean this surface area right here that's obvious, but are you cleaning back here? Because you could clean the top of this, but as it goes back, it might stick to some of that dirt back here, and you pull it back up, and it's got crumbs and all that stuff on it once again. And so once again, you're trying to get in the details, and so back here, most guys probably wouldn't think about this, but now you can. Now, another great example of the complicated, just like intricate parts of the car, even just in this small area, we've only talked about this small, tiny area of the interior so far, is you have the console area right here that lifts up. So once again, not only does the console lift up, but it moves forward and it moves back, and so you have this back area that you have to clean when you move it forward or move it back. But the real thing I want to talk about is in here. At first glance, it looks like this is the entirety of the console, where you open it up and you just have this bucket here, and then not to mention you have these pieces that sit like this and this piece that sits like this, which you have to take out and detail as a separate entity. But this bucket that goes down here, it looks like this is the entirety of the console, but when you look closely, this can actually be removed, and then you see see the underlying area, it actually goes much, much deeper, fits almost my entire forearm, and it goes forward this way. And so this is what has to be cleaned underneath all of these other compartment areas. So not only am I having to deal with all these intricate areas and places that I might not have even known existed, but I'm having to clean plastic areas. I'm having to clean these intricate areas right here where you lift it up. How do I get in between here? I'm having to clean these materials that aren't even plastic. That's like, it's like a felted material that's very easy to kind of rub off and ruin if you're not careful. So not only am I dealing with all of these intricate areas, I'm dealing with different materials and all that stuff at the same exact time. Now the last area that I want to point out to you guys that's just a real quick tip is this area in between the doors. So most doors have a handle that you can grab like right here, and then they have this little pocket in underneath kind of the handle where you can keep stuff. And most of these pockets are either lined with plastic or lined with a felted piece underneath. So most guys are probably just going to go ahead and clean around this, vacuum it maybe, and be done. But they don't realize that these felted pieces can actually be removed. So for example, this one's a little bit dirtier because it's the driver's side piece. And so I can actually pull this felted piece out, clean, and you guys see there's a bunch of dirt. I'm gonna try to zoom in. Underneath that felt seat, there's a bunch of dirt on this plastic piece. And so I could just clean the felted piece and leave it in there, never really take it out, just get the bare essentials. But if I take it out, I see a bunch of exposed dirt that's been sitting there for a much longer period of time. And once again, I can increase the value that I'm bringing as a professional auto detailer, because once again, it's all about the details, and this is definitely getting in the details. So that's just a really quick tip video for all you pro detailers out there or car enthusiasts who are cleaning your cars, but you want to give a better result to your customer, or you want to get an even better result for yourself and your own cars if you're just a driveway warrior, you know, a weekend warrior, a car enthusiast. So anyways, guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hook up all that stuff in the YouTube comments below, because I always read those, and I'm sure to get back to you guys as fast as I can. And of course, if you're new here, then definitely consider subscribing, because I come out with daily videos just like this on products, tools, strategies, communication skills, business skills, and so much more, all in an effort to help you professional detailers become more profitable and successful in your auto detailing worlds. And on this channel, I share the exact strategies that allowed me to take my auto detailing business into a full-time income with only part-time hours. So if that interests you, definitely subscribe. Thank you guys so much for being so involved here, and as always, from Luke here at Wilson Auto Detailing, keep working hard, and I'll see you guys in the next video.